Welcome to the official restart of my YouTube channel. I've had a YouTube channel before, I've had this one before, but only for some live videos, and now I'm actually excited to get into more long-form content for you guys, for you to really feel and drop in together with me on these videos, and feel the energy of embodiment, the energy of mature spiritual embodiment. Over the last few years, I've experienced so many things, so many ups and downs. I went through a profound grief period last year, a little bit of this year, and just feel like I've really deepened in myself, spiritually speaking, becoming more grounded, becoming more rooted, becoming more embodied. And more I feel there's this sweet spot of embodiment that we can reach, that we can get to, that is really us being so fully naturally ourselves, who we are, being unleashed and unfiltered in our truth, in our personality, letting all of ourselves be seen, and equally so being very deeply connected to the divine, having this thread of connection to the divine at all times. We might waver, we might in moments feel a bit disconnected to it, but that we're truly living it on the spiritual path, which means being connected to the divine in a consistent way. And the gateway to our divine connection is through presence, right? Is to really feel the vastness of presence within you. Is to feel the power of your beingness, because so much of your power, your purpose, is fueled by your being. Not by your thoughts, not what you believe, not by your mindset, even though those things, can be important. What's really the most important in my experience to truly drop into our unique embodiment is to have this deep connection and opening to presence. Because if we're embodied in presence, we feel the stillness and the ease of our true nature that showers us, that rejuvenates us, that strengthens us. And as we're more rooted in our divine nature, in our connection to presence, we allow the divine to work through us. We allow the divine to bring through and deliver these incredible gifts to the world. And it empowers your service. It empowers your heart's mission, whatever that may be for you. And it all comes back to beingness. It all comes back to how deeply is our beingness embodied, not something that we go to sometimes if we need clarity, that we go to in our meditation practice. That's a great start. But I'm talking about the embodiment where presence is more deeply anchored, rooted in your being, where you can feel it move you. You have access to it. It's always part of your awareness, even when you're doing everyday stuff. And so today I wanted to talk briefly about the three pillars, the three core pillars of mature spiritual embodiment. And so if you're a leader, you're a light worker, you are a coach, a healer, you're here to express your gifts in some shape or form and to give it your all, to go all in on your heart's calling, because that's what nourishes you and fulfills you at the deepest level. If that is you, this video is for you, because it's you that I speak to. It's you that I want to support in deepening, because there's so many layers and levels to the spiritual path. And sometimes we can get a little bit caught up in all the spiritual concepts that are out there, believe them a little bit too rigidly, and lose touch with embodied presence that's not about knowing or understanding, but truly about depth. And so my greatest joy, my greatest passion is bring that depth more into your work, into your life's work, into your life, into how you love, into your leadership. So let's touch on the three pillars of embodiment, of true mature spiritual embodiment. Number one, authentic embodiment. Your authenticity is everything. And your authenticity is the place in you where you don't feel like you have to prove anything, right? I spent so many years trying to prove something to myself, feeling like I was more than where I was at, and I tried to prove that I was that, and yet deep down I didn't have capacity for that. I tried to be more, but in this inauthentic way where I wasn't actually landed in myself. But it's your authenticness that is actually the deepest power in you. Because when you can be real, like truly real, you don't have to wear spiritual masks or any kind of personal mask. You can just be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be someone. You don't have to pretend that you're less than what you are. You don't have to pretend that you're more than what you are. You're just in the middle point of just being your authentic nature. It is that makes you magnetic as a leader. It is that makes you felt, that allows other people to truly feel you. And so number one is just your authentic embodiment. Who are you personally? What gives you joy? What are your quirks? Bring them into the game. Bring them into your expression. Bring them into the way you connect and relate to others. Allow yourself to truly more and more relax into your authenticness and know that that's enough. That's all you need. In that department, that's all you need. You are much more embodied if you are authentically real with the challenge and maybe time of discord you're going through versus trying to be more than that in an inauthentic kind of forceful way. Allow yourself to drop in and relax into where you are right now and build a deep acceptance and gratefulness of you, because the divine chose to be you. The divine is already being all other people, but in this body that you're inhabiting, it chose to be you. So why not own that fully? Why not unleash that in its entirety? So take a moment right now, just as feeling into that. Take a moment right now to just feel like relax more into you. And you can say these words out loud to integrate that energetically more. There is no one to be. There is nothing to do. Just to be me. There is no one to be. Nothing to do. Just to be me. There is no one to be. There's nothing to do. Just to be me. Just that. Feel that for a moment. Maybe it grounds you more into yourself. Maybe it connects you more to yourself. There really is no one to be. Oftentimes we try to be someone. What if we don't try to be anyone, so what we are can be shown and revealed? So we'll talk about this much more in future videos, but just the simplicity of be that which is most natural to you. When something feels forced, you're trying to be someone, reel it back in. Be that which is most natural to you. Where you can find joy, where you can open up to kind of the flow of your expression. That's the sweet spot right there. And where that feels like it adds and expands energy within you. It expands you energetically. That's you. That's you. Number 2 of mature spiritual embodiment. Wholeness. Your wholeness and your relationship to wholeness within you. So many times I see spiritual beings, even spiritual leaders, work so hard on themselves. They are trying to get to a different state within themselves, trying to get to a different life situation, trying to grow something. And it's beautiful. We can have a purpose that inspires us and move into the direction of our vision. But so many times I see this ungroundedness where we're doing that, but we're not in touch with our wholeness that's already here. And when you're truly divinely connected, you more and more open up to this wholeness. This just wholeness of being where you are, and that you are whole where you are. Nothing you're going to achieve or accomplish is going to make you more whole. Sorry to drop the bomb here. But it's actually something liberating and freeing. You're not more in the future than you are right now. Sure, you might evolve into more powers within yourself. You might evolve into more confidence, evolve into just deeper expression. That is the journey of life. We're always evolving. But you're not more necessarily in terms of worth, in terms of value in the future than you are now. So in order to come back to our deepest embodiment, we actually have to accept how whole we already are. We have to accept how whole we already are. And as we accept how whole we already are, we can accept more the power that's already within us. The power that doesn't need to be sought out in a future version of ourselves. What if right now, with all your quirks and flaws and challenges, you're powerful? You are the divine as you are. And even though you might not feel like that and perceive like that, you are that. So if we can relax into our wholeness and affirm that to ourselves, a deep, consistent affirming. No matter what I feel, I'm already whole. No matter if I feel sad, I'm already whole as I am. No matter if I feel challenged right now, I'm already whole as I am. Today I had craziest doubts just come up. I'm moving through a lot right now. I feel like I'm up leveling in my embodiment, which is great, but it also comes with doubts from the past coming up, old versions of seeing ourselves. But I'm still whole despite these doubts. I'm already as whole as I will ever be. And the doubts can arise and they can move through my mind and they can be witnessed. But I don't have to identify with those doubts. I don't have to identify that I am that which the doubts define. Maybe it is just an echo of the past. I am already as whole as I'm ever going to be. Just feel that. So it's one of the most powerful things to always return to. It is what uplevels your self-worth, your confidence, your trust in yourself, to come back to that wholeness. You can't truly, authentically create a fulfilling life, even if you create all the things that you desire and envision. You can't truly be receiving that and fulfill that to the deepest degree if you don't tune into your wholeness right now, if you're not in touch with that. Number 3 of mature spiritual embodiment. I like to call this embodied presence, where it's one of the greatest gifts of being a leader, a spiritual leader, is we have a deep connection to presence, because presence is the gateway to the divine. We have a connection to that stillness, that non-changing awareness in us, right? We seek for that. We've looked for that. Maybe, you've spent a lot of time meditating to get to that. Embodied presence is about really embodying that presence, becoming that presence. Well, becoming that presence is not the right wording, because you already are that presence. Maybe awakening that presence is a better description. Awakening to the presence always within you. The presence is the stillness of being that witnesses life through your eyes. And maybe as I speak about it right now, because there is a transmission that comes with it, maybe you can feel it in a deeper way. The stillness of being, the beingness. All thoughts, feelings, experiences arise in here, but you're not defined by them. You are that stable, unchanging awareness of being. You are that presence. You've always been that presence, and you always will be that presence. When we connect deeper here and embody this presence, meaning that we are more and more in a fluid dynamic identity. Our identity is not just rooted in who we are as a human being. That can be one identity, but we also have our identity rooted in presence. We know that that is our ultimate truth, our ultimate being. Perhaps we're just playing a character in this lifetime, in this journey of a human lifetime. And the more you are not so fixed in your identity with this human being that you are, opening yourself up that you are the divine self, the divine presence always shining through, the more it fills you with a power and depth and connection to the divine that you can never imagine from concepts or ideas. It is something beyond concepts and ideas. You have to feel it to know it. You have to sink into it. You have to relax into that presence to really know how powerful and potent it is. And so the three pillars, the core pillars of mature spiritual embodiment, if you want to unleash the deepest, most mature spiritual leader in you, 1, authentic embodiment, being you, being authentic, being naturally you. 2, wholeness, connecting to your inherent wholeness. 3, embodying your presence in a deeper way. And there's levels to it, and we can always deepen. But if you focus on that, you focus on these 3 pillars, you are going to up-level and rise in ways you could have never imagined. And it's not necessarily always going to immediately translate into what you envision, but it's not about that. It is about what you embody. It is about who you become. And who you become ultimately will gravitate all that you need to receive and enjoy in this life. But let that be a journey. Let your focus and priority be your deepest embodiment, your mature embodiment. By embodiment, I don't mean embody the beliefs and perspectives so you can manifest everything you want. That's not the point. The point is a true spiritual connection that you emanate and radiate through your presence. That's the point. Let everything that's meant to come your way, come your way. Let that not be the ultimate focus. Let the ultimate focus be your embodiment. This is how you truly are going to be the leader of your highest potential. It's about the energy you embody. And I want you as a leader, as a light worker, to embody your energy in the deepest way possible. So I hope you enjoyed this first video. There's much more to come. We'll dive into these elements in themselves. If you feel the calling to be supported on this path of mature spiritual embodiment, there is a link here under the YouTube video where you can apply to one-on-one coaching with me, where I can help you, bring you into that state of embodiment on a more consistent basis, and therefore create a deep life of alignment. If that's something that calls your heart, I'm here for you. It is my deepest burning passion to offer this work. So if that's something that calls you, again, the link to apply is in the bio of the YouTube video. I'm sending you so much love. May you be rejuvenated today in your presence and divinity.